Taurus, you are finding happiness at this time. And it is a sign that you are in alignment with what is for your best and highest good. If by chance something is making you unhappy at this time, Taurus, that means that you're not in alignment with your best and highest good. So, having an awareness about how your emotions signal to you or reflect back to you your reality in terms of, remember that game, hot and cold, lukewarm? Your emotions let you know that. Okay. So I'm speaking to a Taurus who has become aware that being happy means that they're on the right path. That means that you have to allow yourself to feel happiness, Taurus, and not fight that feeling, because you could be fighting the very thing that is signaling to you that you're on the right path. What else do we have here for you, my loves? Regret. I know I cannot change the past. There is something, there's an energy of regret around you at this time, Taurus, something that has to do with the past and something that you may feel has impacted your happiness. And perhaps that's what your emotions are telling you, that there's something in the past or someone around you um, may not be feeling happy at the time and may be realizing that they were happier in the past. Perhaps they thought the grass was greener on the other side and they went chasing waterfalls. And now they're not as happy as they once were. Taurus, welcome back from that short break. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support and loyalty. Please remember to hit that like or subscribe. Well, maybe if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, welcome back. So glad to have you. Let's keep this moving. Scales, keep your life in balance. Something may be disturbing your equilibrium at this time or attempting to, because you're finally getting your life in balance, Taurus. Okay. Great passion. Something has reignited your passion. You may have lost it for a moment there. Maybe you lost some inspiration, some passion, some zest for life. And it looks like you're getting your equilibrium back. You're getting your footing back. And it's something, I'm hearing passion project as well, but there's something that has you passionate. Tulips may mean something for some of you. Okay. Perhaps maybe a tulip stood out to you recently, or maybe somewhere in the lobby of the building where you work. There are tulips at this time. Look, Taurus, it says money will be coming to you. Yes. So if by chance your financial situation was a bit imbalanced and unstable, okay, it looks like some balance is coming back to you. And that's definitely bringing you happiness and joy, as was indicated in the beginning of the video, okay? What is this great passion, spirit? What is this great passion? A sincere wish will be granted. Okay, so you've had a lot of faith, Taurus. You know, you could have given up or seen yourself as someone who has been defeated, but you decided not to. You remained passionate. You remained tapped in. Um, you continued believing in yourself. If you took any loss or you have any regrets, You've chalked it up to experience and decided to keep it moving and go on to what's next. Yeah, valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Okay, so if something had you down and out, something had you tripping, you processed it. You went through those motions, Taurus, and now that you have restored your equilibrium and kind of come to a place of peace, you've come to terms with whatever was bothering you. Now you've been able to shift your energy to progress, to success, and to other pursuits. Like I said, I heard passion project earlier, okay? And that passion project may be bringing you some abundance. Give me a second, Capricorn. So, I mean, you may have something to do with the Capricorn, Taurus, because I was just going to call you Capricorn. We have the Eagle card. Yep, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Okay, you are soaring like an eagle. You are very happy and ecstatic at this time. You could not be any happier. And you feel like this is long overdue because you've been in a rut for way too long, Taurus. And right now, it's almost as if you feel like nothing can bother you right now. It says here, Lion, time to act. You knew when it was time to act. You knew that you knew when it was time to rest and you knew when it was time to act. There could be something to do with the Leo. What's this lion spirit? What's this lion that we have here? Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Yeah, so you got something going on. Like I said, it could be a passion project. Perhaps you've, decided to take on some sort of venture or something, but you're on the right path. You're on the right path. If you're mulling it over still, if you're wondering if it's the right thing to do, this is your divine nudge that yeah, it is time to act and that you are on the right path. It says here recognition, reward for merit. So someone may be getting recognized at school, at work, friends, family, community, okay? Yeah, you may be getting recognized at some. Oh, look at this grand opening. It says here disappointment in some affair on this card, right? So you may have had to cut people out, but I almost want to say that there's some sort of a grand opening as well, Taurus, that I'm picking up here where you're doing like a ribbon cutting. Like, or you may have recently gone. I could be talking to someone who has gone to a ribbon cutting ceremony or something for some sort of a grand opening. But look at this, yeah, disappointment in some affair and time to get out of a situation with the pail here. Okay, so something spilled over. I'm hearing something toxic was spilling over into your life or is spilling over into your life, and it's time for you. And it has something to do with the dealings or relationship with a man. Okay, if I'm talking to a divine masculine, this could be your partner, but it could also be a friend, and it's the same thing for the divine feminine. It could be a romantic partner or a friend or even a family member, but there's some dealings with a man that's led to disappointment, and it's just time to get out of the situation. Okay, so we have here time to act as well. All right. So, yeah, and it's just time to cut this person off, my friends, because you're on the right path and this person might distract you from that. Yeah, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So, this person's going to put you in a lack mentality if they don't meet your needs. Okay. And so right now you're in a place of feeling abundance. You've accomplished some things. You're being rewarded. You're being recognized. And you may even have someone around you that's envious or jealous of your achievements or something recent. Like I said, a grand opening, some sort of a ribbon cutting ceremony or something where you're being recognized by your community or some sort of an organization, right? And this person's jealousy is going to make you feel like I don't know. It's just going to be a distraction. It's just going to be a chore. It's going to be exhausting. And it's just, gonna drive a wedge between you and your happiness, a wedge between you and what really matters at this time. And that's what they want to do. Look, it says here someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Okay, so yeah, there so I'm hearing sabotage. Okay, they may try to sabotage something for you. Okay, so you've worked really hard to get to where you are right now, my loves. So part of the maintenance of achieving something is knowing who is allowed to come around it, who is allowed to share in your successes, because not everybody's meant to come with you. There are energies of sabotage, and sometimes it's just speaking negativity into your life and into your plans, but it could be other things too. Could be other things too. I'm hearing this person may try to tarnish your reputation, even maybe say you're not as good as people perceive you to be, and at the slightest mistake they may try to like highlight um or enlarge your slip ups or any mistake that you make. They may try to like make it into this really big thing when it's just like, okay, it could happen to the best of us, or it's just par for the course. you know this per you this person may already do that to you. you know you could like It could be the smallest thing, like one hair out of place, and they're just like, "Oh my God, did you comb your hair today?" You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, and with that hair out of place, I'm wondering if you even brushed your teeth. It could be that kind of energy. Something to do with April. Okay, this person may have showed their ass in April, or you may have started working on something in April that just now, you're doing the grand opening for. And then there's something here to do with September. So you may have some sort of a schedule or milestone type of things planned. Okay, April is Aries, Taurus season. September is Virgo, Libra season. So those signs may have something to do with it. The number 4 is very much a number of leadership, organization, and entrepreneurship. And the number 9 is very much a number of isolation and also the hermit, going within. So you may be hibernating in September, starting to kind of like get some downtime. Things are either going to ramp up or start to even and mellow out in September. Okay, my loves. It says here, skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. Hidden secrets can harm you. So we talked a little bit about a sabotage energy that's around you. Okay, so someone may be trying to spread rumors or gossip around you and be like, oh, don't tell them I said anything. And then all of a sudden people are acting weird and you're just like, but why though? What's going on? And then like you're the only one out of the loop. All right, let's see what else we have here. What else do we have here for Taurus spirit? What else do we have here for Taurus before I move on to another deck? Quill. Get back to the basics. So keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, silly, okay? Don't overcomplicate things, and definitely don't let anybody make you think that you're not doing enough. Like I said, you may have one single hair out of place and they're going to act like you never comb your hair. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, that one little hair out of place is like endearing and makes you human and makes you seem natural. You know what I mean? And makes people feel comfortable around you because they don't feel like they have to be perfect around. You know what I mean? Like, this motherfucker ain't perfect themselves, but want to make you feel like you need to be perfect. That type of energy. Pardon my français. All right, now we have messages from your angel. Look, we have nurture and comfort. Okay, so your angels are surrounding you at this time. They're nurturing you. they're nurturing this project, this venture. Okay. It says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Okay. So, in terms of um, any childhood trauma, you need to be the person that you wish was protecting you when you were a child. And for comfort, your angels are with you during your time of need, and they're helping your heart to heal. Okay, so you're in a place of healing right now, and you're very much being supported by your angels. Okay, yeah, spiritual strength. We talked about 9 and the hermit mode. Okay, so you have probably had a spiritual awakening or a dark night of the soul or something like that. But you look at how this person's higher self is keeping the roof from collapsing over their head. You are an extremely spiritually strong person. You have a lot of spiritual wisdom that's working for you at this time. And that's, your intuition is not just your higher self, it's a combination of your higher self, your spirit tribe, the divine. All of those things working in tandem amount to your intuition. And so you have a lot of spiritual strength. Look, and even spiritual union. So again, this could be the union of your masculine and feminine energy. You could be feeling very complete at this time, even all by yourself. Okay, so you may be loving and pouring into yourself at this time, really tapping into your intuition. um you may be able to even read minds right now. You may feel like you can read people's minds, or that you're like, you say something right before someone's gonna say it. Come on, focus. Right before someone's gonna I'm over it, right before someone's gonna say it, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's like you're reading my mind. Okay, so you may be experiencing some ESPN some ESP at this time, Taurus. Okay, which just means that your spiritual gifts are being heightened at this time. And that's because your spirit tribe, for those of you who aren't spiritual workers and light workers, because some of you could be, but your spiritual gifts are being heightened at this time so that you have a clear line of communication between you and your spirit tribe. But the thing about that line is that it makes you tapped into divine energy altogether. It's not just limited to your spirit tribe. So it could result again in you feeling very psychic, very claircognizant, very like I said, a mind reader. And so, hey, if it's something that you want to nurture, you may want to nurture your spiritual gifts. Something about accelerated motion. So something's about to pick up. I said that in September, something's either about to pick up for you or mellow out. Okay. Or some of you could already be experiencing this accelerated motion. Okay, some of you may already be experiencing this accelerated motion. Some of you are waiting for this accelerated motion. So, again, I'm picking up like around September or so. There's going to be some sort of a shift in motion, some sort of a shift in productivity, progress, numbers, activity, something like that, my loves. Something like that. What else, Spirit? Alrighty. Angel therapy. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. I feel like you've been doing that. And in that way, you haven't had to carry the burdens all on your own, because I'm speaking to someone who in the physical realm likely does feel like they have to do everything by themselves. But you've realized that you have this big, abundant spiritual world around you, and they can take some of the burdens off of you so long as you give them permission to. We always have to give the spirit side permission. It says here, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. And that's what you've been doing, because we had the scales in the beginning. Okay. And this is what's leading to that happiness that we were talking about at the beginning of the reading. You are trimming the fat, honey. Okay. You're feeling lighter. We saw the eagles and the wings, and like you just feel like you're floating and you're flying in the wings. You've taken a good, long, hard look at your life and you're just like, nope, this has to go. This has to go. That can stay, but that has to go. For show, for show. Yeah, discontent and boredom. Discontent and boredom. So you've trimmed the fat off of that. What doesn't make you happy? Hope. You found, hope is very much the star energy, healing energy, mental conflict. Okay. I could be speaking to someone who used to indulge in toxic behaviors or just behaviors that worked against them whenever they had mental conflict or inner turmoil, or so again, escapism or self-soothing, right? And so you have found different ways to heal. You could have engaged in just like low vibrational behaviors. Escapism could be substances, substance abuse, or just turning to all of the things that don't feed your spirit of yours or your soul and actually deplete you, and you wake up the next day feeling embarrassed or ashamed of the previous day's actions and decisions, right? And so you found a different way to soothe, a different way to heal. Okay, we have here fertility. You're very abundant, Taurus. This is also the Empress, which is very much Venus energy. So you could be tapping into your feminine energy quite a bit at this time, which is again intuitive energy. It's also soft, it's also nurturing. So we're getting a lot of nurturing here. Something here about your mother, Taurus. Okay, you may have had to heal some childhood wounds when it comes to your mother, or you may be reconnecting with your mother at this time for some reason, but there's something here to do with your mother and something to do with patience and planning. Okay, so you may be planning something concerning your mother. And you may feel like you need a world of patience in order to do so. Okay, listen, I'm with you there, especially if your mother is an elderly person. It's never going to be easy, but you feel the need to plan something when it comes to your mother at this time, Taurus. um, let's look at some tarot messages to see what does the tarot have to say. What does Taurus need to know at this time, Spirit? What messages do we have for the sign of Taurus at this time? What does Taurus's higher self want Taurus to know? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. This could be some sort of a love offer or some sort of a uh, we have the death and rebirth card, right? So you know what? Someone may be trying to keep you from leaving them, my love. Someone may be trying to, the death card, which also represents a Scorpio. And so a Scorpio could be blocked, or a Scorpio could have you blocked. But this is also death and rebirth. So it symbolizes endings, it indicates endings. But with this Knight of Cups here, which is someone very charming and trying to say, here are some flowers, you know um I was wondering if we could get together. Someone's trying to keep a door open. Okay, I just heard blindsided. This person may have blindsided you in the past, though. Maybe they're a ghoster and they play games or something like that, and you've healed. See, here's the thing with this leap of faith card. You gave this person the benefit of the doubt in the past, and I think against your better judgment, against your intuition, and they blindsided you in some sort of way. Spirit, how did this mother effer blindside my Tauruses? How did this mother effer blindside my Tauruses, Spirit? The Hierophant was about to come out. Let's see here. It says Seven of Wands. So I don't know. They may have attacked you in some way, Taurus. They may have attacked you in a way that you really just didn't expect them to attack you, or in some area of your life. You may have seen that they were trying to disturb your peace or your comfort zone. They tried to burst your bubble in some way, shape, or form, and they disrespected your boundaries. Yeah, they tried to make you feel like lose your confidence, make you feel insecure. Maybe this person used to call you ugly or talk about your looks in a very negative way. If I'm talking to um my witchy people, they may have even attacked the things that bring you peace. Yeah, I could be talking to someone who is witchy and woo woo and spiritual, and your projects again, that passion freaking project, my love, that we were talking about earlier. Okay? So here's the thing. If this hasn't happened yet, please beware that you have someone in your energetic field, because we talked about sabotage earlier. That may blindside you if this hasn't happened already. And so earlier the message was it's time to end this situation. And we do have this card in the reverse. So for some of you, you may not have ended the situation yet because you're continuing to try to give this person the benefit of the doubt, but no, the answer is no. Because this person's trying to attack your creativity and the things that bring you peace, joy, happiness, and the projects that you're working on at this time. I don't like it. This could even be someone from your childhood, someone from your past, could be a sibling, um, or just, an ex-lovers or someone from your past, someone that you haven't connected with in quite some time. And this person may threaten your own relationship with your own inner child. They may trigger some traumas, meaning they're the same freaking devilish energy in a different body. This could actually be someone that you participated in negative behaviors with. Maybe heavy drinking, maybe substance abuse, maybe even sexual behaviors, codependencies, right? This could be someone who was toxic, and at that time you both were, and they could be trying to make you go back to a time that you've already healed from and that you've already moved on from. Okay, so be careful with that sabotage, because there could be someone trying to disturb your peace because they know that the way, like, the version of you that they know is the version of you that soothes through escapism and low vibrational toxic behaviors. So they could be trying to get you to a place where that's what you'll do. So just be careful of any of those energies, my love. Okay? I'm hearing you don't like to think about your past. You don't like to talk about your past. You don't like to think about, like, you really just want to leave the past in the past. You've come such a long way, that you think it's pointless. That version of you no longer exists. And you don't need anyone around you that's going to be reminding you of it and trying to make you relive it or stay stuck or get you back there. But that person's still there. They're bored. They need some company. Misery loves company. What are you doing? Come hang out. Let's chill. Let's do this. Let's do that. All right, I'm getting ready to close out this reading. Out with the old. You know why I love this deck? For those of you who are wondering, this is the Cosmic Dreamscapes Astrology Oracle deck. Okay, because every time I pull this deck as a final card, I like it because I think it's very positive and uplifting. I always get a card that just closes out the reading and ties everything in together. So you've been doing spring cleaning, you've been cleaning out your closet, you've been donating some things are just trash. You would never even give it to the homeless person on the street, you know what I mean? But you've been doing spring cleaning, okay, as it pertains to your soul. So lunar eclipse, that's literally those scissors we saw, that's eclipsing something out of your life, my love. So keep along that path, and anything that you've already gotten rid of because you determined that it reminded you of that old version of you that you don't even like to think of, that past life of you need to continue to clip out, and that includes people. That includes people. Lunar eclipse. All right, baby, final word. Lunar eclipses hold the power of several full moons all balled into one. I didn't know that. Wow. So brace yourself for overnight change. We saw that accelerated motion. Fate is flushing something out of your life right now in order to make room for something new. Let me tell you something. The universe may be ripping the band-aid off. If you have been stalling, see, the universe maybe gave you a chance to cut this cord. And if you're stalling, it's about to be cut for you. But it is for your best and highest good. Your spirit tribe has your back. Okay, fate is flushing something out of your life now in order to make room for something new. Something that's more aligned with your soul's truth. Personal narratives may quickly reach their climax or conclusion now, or you may experience a powerful change of heart that sets you sailing in a totally unexpected direction. Even if it feels hard to do, letting go of the past will give you more space to step into your dream future. Let go of the past, Taurus. That's your message for today. Baby, if you've made it this far, please like, share, comment, or subscribe. Comment below and let me know if you're letting go of your past. Let me know if you're spring cleaning your life right now, if you're cleaning all the bones in your closets, all the bodies that are buried. I don't know, maybe leave them buried. But comment below. Let me know. Let me know the spring. Comment below and say I am spring cleaning my life and letting go of everything that does not serve me. I'm letting go of everything that does not serve me. Comment that below. All right, Taurus, be sure to come back for your next reading by Divine Nudges. I love you lots. Talk to you soon, my loves.